What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. Now I must say in the first place that I actually had planned to do a whole other video today than what you are seeing in the title right now. I actually had planned to make a video about the new Xbox and how that would compete with the PlayStation 4. It was meant for my gaming industry series for Machinima, and yeah, I just, I was kind of skeptical about it, about uploading it on my own channel. Kind of like, I know that a lot of you aren't really that interested in Xbox. Now I know that probably some of you are, and you do want to hear that, but at the same time there was some big news, to me at least, and I know to a lot of you it would be big news, and I just thought, yeah, that's a great excuse to actually make another video today. And I just want to tell everyone that wants to see that Xbox video, I'm not gonna upload it on my own channel. It's gonna be on Machinima Respawn tomorrow most likely, so yeah, you will still be able to check it out there. But actually for us Uncharted fans, like I know most of us are Uncharted fans that are watching this, yeah, some really cool news actually, yeah, rumors. You can't really say news, but more like rumors. But yeah, I definitely am very excited about it. So yeah, IGN, you all know the channel IGN, of course, a gaming news channel, and it's like a whole company. They have their own shows, so they do the Up at Noon show. They do that every Monday. I must say I watch it, I think, almost every week. Yeah, really cool show, and they actually had Nolan North starring in that show, which was great, of course. And I mean, the inevitable question came if Nolan North wanted to share anything about Uncharted 4, and he actually has some pretty interesting things to say. So yeah, I don't know if I can show the video actually here in my video, but yeah, I will be sure to link it in the description for you. So if you want to check that out, then you can do so by clicking the link in the description. But basically, to sum up what he said is, first of all, he started like by joking, saying that Uncharted 4 takes place in San Francisco at the IGN offices. Everyone was like, yeah, shut up. And, but yeah, he said like, no, I don't know anything. He said that he hangs out a lot with the developers, that they're really close. But yeah, basically that he doesn't know anything. And also like, I don't work for Naughty Dog, so don't ask me. That's what he basically said. He said, Naughty Dog is very busy with The Last of Us. They got their hands full, so I really wouldn't know anything about about Uncharted 4, and if they actually have something planned for that. But that he would return in a heartbeat if they actually, asked him to be in Uncharted 4. Now he also, finally he came with the question like, Emily Rose, the actor of Elena, that she's pregnant, so that's another reason like he doesn't believe that they're gonna do it anytime soon, because she's pregnant as well and she can't like do any voice acting, any mocap. Now, yeah, I mean, I saw this and I immediately thought, okay, yeah, he's lying right now. That's what I immediately thought. I actually got a few questions or a few comments on my Uncharted 4 videos that I've made in the past. Like people saying, well, looks like Uncharted 4 isn't coming. Nolan North just said that he doesn't know anything about it. But I was like, well, I mean, you do know that if Uncharted 4 exists, then Nolan North isn't allowed to talk about it. He just isn't. He has to say things like that. It's the perfect, like the perfect response he should give, because he just can't say anything about Uncharted 4 in public, because it isn't announced. Now, there were a few points that I just thought were really strange, and I really wanted to pretty much, discuss, like, very briefly. So he said he doesn't know anything, but at the same time he says he hangs out a lot with the developers, which is kind of strange. He doesn't work for Naughty Dog. Well, that's basically the same thing. I mean, he may not work for it, but he's very close with them. He definitely would know what they're working on. At the same time, he came with the argument, Naughty Dog is working on The Last of Us, they got their hands full. Now, everyone knows this is like a bullshit argument, because The Last of Us is just, made by one of their teams right now. They got two teams, the other team is the Uncharted team. He actually did say that, like there's also another team, but that he just doesn't know what they're doing. But just the excuse of The Last of Us, it isn't an excuse. You can't bring up that excuse, and it's just, it's really strange for me. And then finally, like Elena being pregnant. I mean, Uncharted 4, it's like most likely gonna come out sometime in 2014, and I would assume for 2014. That means that the game has had 3 years of development by then. Now, as far as I know, pregnancy only takes like 9 months. But and maybe then a month to recover. But actually, like the first months of pregnancy, I would assume that, like the first 2 or 3 months, that it wouldn't really matter. Like she would still be able to play or something like that. And at the same time, I could easily see Elena being pregnant in Uncharted 4. And that Nolan North would be like, you know, haha, but you didn't know she was pregnant in the game, right? So, yeah, this seemed like a really good excuse. So, it's basically these excuses that were just a bit weak in my eyes, at least when you think about them. And I mean, Nolan North just, you know, he can't say anything about Uncharted 4 because it's not announced. He's not allowed to say anything about it, even if he was working on it. And this would seem like the perfect answer to me. And I mean, it has happened before with previous games, so it's not really any different. But now what's really interesting is what came yesterday, and that was the Last of Us developer's diary. So the Up at Noon show was on Monday, and then the Last of Us developer diary came yesterday actually, and it's something really strange happened. There was a really strange Easter egg, I would say, in there. So let's take a look at one of the fragments here. So what we actually see is Nolan North on the left side at the Naughty Dog offices, which is like really strange. What is he doing there? What is Nolan North doing there? I mean, you can't be 100% sure that it is Nolan North. It's like, it's just at this angle that you can't be 100% sure, but at the same time, it's just really clear that it is him. Now, a few people spotted this, and it was actually posted online on a few boards and stuff like that. And the first remark everyone came up like was like, you know, well, he's probably voicing a character in The Last of Us. You know, I mean, he hasn't said anything about that. He hasn't said anything about him doing anything with The Last of Us, you know, doing a voice or whatever. And I would assume that, you know, if he did, he would be very happy to share that with us all. Like, it's really strange that he didn't do that. I mean, people actually asked him on Twitter afterwards, and they asked like a few of the Naughty Dog people. Nobody replied. Nobody has replied so far. Which is really strange. And at the same time, even if he does a voice, what is he doing in the Naughty Dog offices there? Sure, he probably comes there like a few times, I don't know, every month or something like that. Like even with development of Uncharted 3, he wouldn't be there. Like, I mean, they have their mocap and voice acting studio. They have that like in like another part of town, and actually not you know, close to the offices. So it would make no sense why he actually is at the offices, which is like really strange. Just him actually showing up in the trailer, even if he did a voice, you know, it makes no sense at all. It really doesn't. Now what this finally leads me to believe is that this is actually an Easter egg done on purpose. I mean, you saw the same thing happening with The Last of Us, right? In Uncharted 3, in the first chapter in the London pub, there was this newspaper and it talked about fungus, which is what The Last of Us was all about. And then a month later, The Last of Us got announced, which is like, you know, Naughty Dog just... someone at Naughty Dog just did that to kind of like mess around and yeah, put an Easter egg in the game, of course. And I mean, what they're doing right now is pretty much the same, but just in another way, like by putting Nolan North in a video, which is like really strange to me. What is he doing there? Again, I mean, I've asked this question myself now 500 times and I still can't find the answer. This has to be something Naughty Dog did deliberately do. I mean, we only have 2 months left till E3, which is where I'm sure Uncharted 4 is going to be announced. And I mean, you know, it's only 2 more months, not a lot of risks to take anymore. So, I mean, I would say that this is just, yeah, an Easter egg deliberately done by Naughty Dog. But of course, maybe you think differently, right? So let me know your opinion on this. Do you think this is a deliberate Easter egg, just like me? Or do you just think that Nolan North was just there for fun? He actually was all of a sudden recorded when they were making a video for The Last of Us, a developer diary, while he was standing in the offices somewhere. Like, I mean, it's really strange to me. I just can't see that being the case. So I'm just really sure of like the theory here, but again, you know, it's just me. Let me know what you think. I actually got the tip by someone to ask at the end, like, I mean, I hope you appreciated the video, and yeah, good to see you've watched it through the end. So it would be great if you could like, yeah, show me some support by clicking the like button, and then yeah, pretty much that's it. Let me know your opinion, and yeah, thanks a lot for watching.